Honourable Speaker, I will take that as a compliment. Mr. Speaker, for the record, and to comfort colleagues here, those of us across the aisle, by the way, from the opposition side, and I've seen a number of colleagues from the NRM side that are raising concerns, we are interested in every effort channeled at improving agriculture, including irrigation, which we are discussing here. So it's important that that record is straightened out. Agriculture is our backbone. We need to improve it. We need to better it. Right, Honourable Speaker, before South Sudan and DRC joined EAC, 48.9% of all the arable land in East Africa was here in Uganda. We need to establish now that, you know, 2 other countries joined EAC, what it's like. But that gives you a picture of the potential that we have. We have got a lot of arable land. So we should buttress it with irrigation and the like. So the idea is a good one. And we have raised, by the way, these concerns severally in our alternative ministerial policy statements to say, why are we not engaging irrigation? We cannot just rely on nature, because many times it has let us down, because we have let it down ourselves. Our concern is, let's follow the right procedures. Let's ensure accountability of the money so far extended onto this project, the phase 1 that is being talked about. Because if we do not take care of the challenges, all the goofs there were in phase 1, you have no guarantee that you're going to do very well in phase 2. And that's the concern that we are throwing out there. Mr. Speaker, this commercial loan, which is estimated at about 735 actually, when you do the conversion, about 735 billion Uganda shillings. This here is the single largest external borrowing proposed for the water and environment sector. And the Minister for Water is here, she can attest to that. This year is the largest so far in her docket. That's why we're saying we want to handle it right. We want to make sure we cross every T and dot every I. And that's why it was very important for committee scrutiny. Some of the concerns there have been, even with phase 1. Right, Honourable Speaker, sites were handed over without feasibility studies. That's a critical concern. So it is not right for us to say, let's just jump to phase 2. But you have some cleaning up to do. Why aren't you interested in cleaning that up? Only when studies were eventually done, right, Honourable Speaker, was it discovered that many of the sites were not viable. And I saw the Minister of Finance, you know, he conceded on a few things. But as you're conceding, why do we not do this cleanup? It's very important. Right, Honourable Speaker, money is gone for project phase 1. And even that project is incomplete. By September, 30th September 2025, 366 billion shillings had been released and spent. This figure, Mr. Speaker and colleagues, represents 100.3% of the approved budget for phase 1. So that means phase 1 overshot, and yet it is incomplete. Why do we not want to deal with these issues? So you overshot the amount for phase 1, and it is incomplete. We are saying, can we do that cleaning up, even as you're rushing us to phase 2? The other concern, Mr. Speaker, systems were built, but many are not working. That's phase number 1. So we are being rushed into phase 2. But we are saying, why do we not take stock of phase 1? And that should be for the good of all of us, because even where this project is being implemented in the various districts, I've had colleagues saying, our farmers are suffering, let's pass this. This accountability is good for your area also, because if money is spent and you're not getting the value that you ought to, why aren't you concerned? Honestly. Because then, if you are struggling on phase number 1, what guarantee do you have that phase number 2 will go right? And so that's our concern, Mr. Speaker. We want to go to phase 2 and whichever other phase there is, I don't know. But as we proceed down that road, take stock, deal with all the challenges there are in phase number 1, because you have not dealt with them. Now you want us to quickly rush. and appropriate money. And now we are appropriating a lot more money, 735 billion shillings. It's the single largest in the docket of work. Why do we not get to be in consensus as well?
At individual level, do you irrigate? As I mean, farm practices.
You're asking whether I irrigate?
At home. I just wanted to know whether in Nakawa you have some vegetables where you practice.
In Nakawa we may not have them. But Mr. Speaker, I am a member of parliament at national level. That is why you did not ask those of us in cities where there is no irrigation to move out. Because you will not have quorum if it is only the farming areas that do so. But seriously, Mr. Speaker, level, here we are struggling to tease out those issues, to hold government accountable for that money to be properly accounted for.
This, what we are saying here, is like a committee, and I want the government side to take it serious, the issues being raised by the opposite side. This is what would have happened in a real committee of national economy. You get members to freely. So for some of you who are doing this for the first time, there's nothing wrong. We only had, you need to take this in good faith. And I believe you are concluding.
Yes, I am, and the Speaker. But I thought I should tease this out, even for your further guidance. Rule 8 provides for a procedure that is not provided for and precedents. Mr. Speaker, with due respect, this particular one is provided for under none other than our country's grand norm, the Constitution. Article 91 of the Constitution. It says Parliament shall appoint committees for the efficient discharge of its duties. So it is provided for. It is my considered view that this is not one of those that falls under Rule 8. Because it is provided for, we are meant to formulate those committees. Mr. Speaker, yesterday I did inform you that we, the opposition side, we are more than ready to allocate members to committees. We are ready. I don't know if our colleagues on the NRM side, I see the good doctor, who is the government chief whip now, is here. I want to believe they are ready. I want to believe, I hope I'm not wrong. So this is provided for, and we can be able to scrutinize. You did bring in the rider of the time limit. Again, I want to beseech government, please stop stampeding us. We know about these timelines. We didn't get to know last night that 12th June is around the corner. We knew about it. Why did we not come much earlier? Minister of Finance. I would forgive if we had a new docket holder in Ministry of Finance. But Honorable Musasizi has effectively, in the 11th Parliament, been the Minister of Finance. He was the one who was always here, borrowing. He would come every day, borrow, borrow, borrow. When it came to the budget, he was the one always here. So he's not new in this docket. When did you discover that now the deadline is around the corner? You can't have discovered last night. And so you come into Parliament, you're stampeding the Speaker, telling him we need to do this very quickly. And so why are you making us look bad? We knew about this. This is not one of those emergencies. Mr. Speaker, many times colleagues do raise emergency situations in their area. Soil has fallen on people, there's a tragedy, floods and so on. Those ones are understandable. This one is not an emergency. We knew about it.
Thank you.
Why did we not plan ahead?
Lope, I agree with you on that one.